everybody. Welcome back to another Quick Clips. So this week I want to talk about an activity that I do a lot with older groups, and it's something that I by no means invented this. I actually learned about it at a community music conference that I did at Wilfrid Laurier a few years ago. And it's a really neat idea, just like another way of like creative composing, but it's kind of, I mean, honestly, you can take a lot from this activity more than just music. So what it is it's called happy song or fear song or any emotion you want, really. And it's followed in a few easy steps. So this is what you got to do. First, if you're a classroom that's lucky enough to have percussion instruments, awesome, right? So today I'll be demonstrating on the claves. If you don't have percussion instruments, you can use your desk. It's fine. You can use your desk, you can clap, use your body percussion, whatever. So the first step in let's do a happy song. Okay, that's nice. So our first step in a happy song is you ask your class or instruct your class to think of something that makes them happy, right? So it can be anything. For me, the example I always use is going to my cottage, right? Love my cottage. So for me, my happy thought or my happy thing is the cottage. And then once you've come up with your happy thing, then you need to put a short sentence that describes it. Just come up with a short sentence that describes why you love that thing, or just something that describes that thing. So for me, I always think about like I say a book and a beer on the porch, something like that, right? Like that's like my favorite thing in my cottage. Sit on the porch, got my beer, got a book, nice view, nice day. That's like, ooh, that's my happy place. So now the third step is taking that sentence that you've come up with and putting a rhythm to it. So this could be the hardest one. So if your class is a little younger, I always think it's great to provide an example yourself, but feel free to ask some kids like, what was your happy thought, right? Or what's your happy place or whatever, and then help them riff on that. So I'd say, like I said, a book and a beer on the porch. So my rhythm would be like, book and a beer on a porch, book and a beer on the porch, ba 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 ba, ba 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 ba, right? That would be my rhythm. And then the fourth step is taking your rhythm and putting it on whatever your instrument is, whatever you're using. If your students are using their desks or their body or whatever clapping, I would also put in a fifth step that would help them kind of come up with unique sounds, because this gets really muddy if everyone's using the exact same sound. So encourage them to come up with something creative, something different than their classmates. If they're using percussion instruments, once again, very fortunate, good for you. So then we're gonna do our, right, that was my rhythm. Ba, 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 ba. Rest. Ba, 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 ba. Rest. So it's really important also that we come up with our sentence, our rhythm in our sentence in 4 beats, right? So if your student's thing was like, they like going to an amusement park, let's say, and their word or sentence was just roller coaster, right? Then they have to fill that 4 space. So they could go roller coaster, or they could go roller coaster, rest, 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 roller coaster, rest, 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 right? So they have to really make sure that they fit that 4 beats. And then the fun part begins, which is when we get everybody in the room to either play it at the same time or break them up into little bands, and then you hear each band's little happy song. And it's really cool because it's bringing all of these different rhythms together that are coming from something that actually means something to the kids. And it's so fun, because normally when I do a happy song or I do a fear song, the happy song it's amazing how uplifting it is versus the fear song. There's a lot of just like when you do the fear song, but when you do the happy song, it's just like, it's kind of like this. I actually did a program once where I was doing a fear song, and one of the members, it was an adult group, and I was looking around the room and just kind of hearing everyone's rhythm, and one of the members was like this. And I looked at her and I was like, I'm trying to figure out what your thing is, because it doesn't look very fearful or very like sad or whatever. She's like, well, I couldn't think of anything, so I just thought of something that made me happy, which is horses. And so it was immediately obvious. She was the only one in the group, like, while everyone else was like, or whatever, right? So very interesting. And like I said, you can break apart into different groups and you can hear how they all work together, or just listen to your whole class and just have some mayhem. And then I often will like to use like the happy, like I said, or fear, or excitement, or whatever other emotions you want to put in, and then you can write a whole song where you go in between those emotions, just like that. Okay? Awesome. Well, that's another quick clip for you, and I'll see you all next week. Enjoy.